ni mwebwe abaganga mbaza. Ibyo kohereza abantu hanze mwahoze muvuga, which I really, well, ndabyihoreye kuko binangeraho. Hari abo baza kumbaza clearance ngo bareke abantu bagende, nkavuga ariko se niba abaganga babivuze gendanga nkande nkasinya nagenda. Because the doctor has said so who am I to say no? But in a moment like this, I have to tell you the truth. Much as I have signed up to that because I respect your profession and your advice, I'm not satisfied that every day that advice is the right one. Again, because of what I have experienced, what I have seen. I'll give you an example. Again, what I have experienced. It's not a rumor. You go, I went visiting somebody in a hospital. The person, I think, had eaten something, and when you have eaten bad food, you know what happens. So the fellow was hanyuma njya kumusura. Icyambere ubwo nyine ameze nabi, musanga aragaramye, arahumeka nabi muri ya moment hagati when things are not running out up and down. Ari ku telefone mu gitanda aravugira kuri mobile. Okay, maybe yaratabaza. But the same doctors were attending to him. Habya bindi navugaga, hospital yose ihurura kubera ko haje Perezida kureba umurwayi. Abaganga baratangira baraganira, harimo n'abanasi. Batangira baraganira, ndabaza nti ko byagenze gute, uyu muntu yabaye iki, what happened? Batangira barambwira, azi umuganga ariko se ibyo ni ibintu bigomba gutwara umuntu hanze. Ubwo barega byangezeho barashaka barahuruza ni emergency gutwara umuntu hanze. Two things happened that were interesting. Umwe muri abo who were attending to the patient aza kuvuga kandi azi ngo the patient aramwumva. You know? Ngo hari abandi bantu ngo hari undi muntu avuga n'izina rye ngo yaje hano ngo arwaye nk'uku ngo hanyuma ngo abantu barabirangarana ngo bagera bitya ngo arapfa. Urabivuga umurwayi. So umurwayi we yahereye ko abona ko agiye gupfa, niba birangarana arapfuye. Kwanza ubivugiye iki iruhande rw'umurwayi? Why don't you consult? No, ndabyumva. Ntabwo ariko se mbaza umuganga, ntabwo wowe mbikora deliberately nyine umurwayi yumva. Namaze ariko wimbwiza ukuri. Uribwira ko ari iki? Ndabaza n'umurwayi ariko usanzwe ubirwara cyangwa ni gatoya, nawe atangira kuvuga ko akeka ko ari ibintu yariye. Ahantu yagiye yari food poisoning. Noneho mbaza umuganga, nawe tell me wowe umuganga mu bumenyi bwawe, tell me what do you think? You have assessed this? How bad is it, or what really could it be? Bigomba kujustifyinga. Ubwo rega impamvu nabaye involved, bashaka kumutwara South Africa basaba na passport kubera ko abantu batakibona visa. Dushake uko tumuha official, ubwo niko byangezeho, tanga official passport kuyauthorize. So namaza tell me wowe nk'umuganga rwose mbwiza ukuri. Arambwira anyongorera ati buhoro nyine wengera ngo umurwayi atumva ati ni food poisoning. Ati niho vuga ati n'ubundi nari nabibabwiye ariko wabibabwiye wowe umuganga, you are the one in charge of this patient. you have allowed it to go out of hand. Get out of hand ku buryo abantu bahuruza ibintu bigacika. Ubu tugiye guhayaringa indege cyangwa tugura amatiketi twohereza uyu muntu hanze uzi ngo it is food poisoning, ntushobora kumukaminga down. N'uyu muntu wicara iruhande bakavuga ngo hari undi waje ameza atya baramurangarana arapfa. So, you know, ibi honest nimumbwire ibi nabyo birashaka budget. Budget ise ahubwo ko ugiye kuyimara utwara abantu hanze batakwiye kuba bajya hanze. Why are you sending people outside for things you know don't deserve to go out anywhere? To go out, nibwira ko ari ukuvuga ngo wohereje umuntu ahantu hari ubushobozi burenze ubwo mufite. Niyo interpretation ubundi nayo kwigwanya. Ariko kohereza abantu hanze has become something to appease the patient or to appease somebody, a relative of the patient. Really, how do you entertain this? And how do you explain it? Ariko niba iyi case igewe ariyo nabonye ngeze, ubwo hariho zingahe zindi ntamenya cyangwa ntabona. So in this case, what is it that is lacking? It has nothing to do with the budget. It has nothing to do with the lack of a vehicle. It actually doesn't even have anything to do with lack of knowledge or skill. But you are abusing it. You are abusing it by saying somebody with food poisoning needs to be treated with emergency flown out of the country. You are abusing your own knowledge. You are abusing your own profession. Absolutely. It has nothing to do with the budget. It has nothing to do with poor remuneration. It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with laboratories that are lacking in one place or another. Absolutely not. So, what are we waiting for to correct this? What do you want? Nk'abaganga kugira ngo dukemure ibi byose ndiho mbabwira biraho bidasobanutse, dukeneye iki noneho nacyo ngo tukiganire. Amafaranga nabyumvise amwe yaboneka andi yabura, wajya mu Minister of Finance akagutera utwatsi akakubwira ko nta yari buguhe, mugasubirayo mukarwana wenda ukavanayo make. Ibyo nabyumvise. Ibyo bindi byo, how do we handle it? How do we handle it? Uraje winjiye mu hospital, somebody is looking for a service. Who hasanze first gives you a look, arakureba nk'ukubwira ntuzagaruke hano. Or is like telling you stop being sick. That is okay if that order could be effective. Maybe people won't be sick again. And it is normal, it is normal. And if you even comment ukagira icyo umubwira ni wowe uri mu cyaha. Yes. How do you explain that, please? Mubisobanura mute? Kandi ugasanga biri rampant, the way either umwaranyuza aha washaka undi aramisha asubizayo adashaka undi bwira nabi abarwayi. Niba hari ikibazo, explain the problem and maybe it will be understood. But you can't be the problem. Why should you choose to be the problem? Ibindi mwavuze by'abaganga Minister numvise. Nabwo I was told. So this time, which I have experienced, for which I say is a fact. Iyo yo ne rumor ngira ngo let me call it a rumor. Muri specialization is abaganga. I was told kandi, by the way, government pays for that. So Minister of Education now implicated between the Minister of Health and Minister of Education. Mwarimu kwiye kuba muduha igisubizo, because we are spending on that. First of all, it is as if people who there is no clear criteria ziriho z'ukuntu abantu baba selected. Icya kabiri, are they going to specialize mu byo, a combination of things bashaka namwe mushaka because of the demand out there for the country, or just somebody goes and says going to specialize. If you're specializing mo bikabibye ntibigire indi input iri informed ivuga ngo aha hantu niho dukeneye abantu, that's why we should be spending money. It is very expensive kuzana abantu in mass kuza. Yes, of course. First of all, uzanye bande, wazani iki. Then that's when you can talk about how expensive it is, or how, because good things are also expensive. So it depends on whether you have actually brought these people for something you have already planned about. Yes. What do you want to get out of this expensive thing you have brought? This is the first question. The second, how do you tell me you want to save that money, but keep losing it by sending people outside kuja kwivuza? I mean, you need to think about it. Ariko jye nagize ngo uzanye abaganga muri yo project bimeze with the planning, which you haven't explained to me why people don't plan. Kuko kujya kuzana abantu bavana hanze must be a result of a planning, must be saying, I have done this because there is this thing I want to fit in. Whatever else is related to it, nayo ukayishyiramo. Now, in fact, bijya no gutangira rero byatangiye gute? I'm sure you know that. In fact, byatangiye ari nka support abantu bo hanze bashaka guha u Rwanda exactly gukemura icyo kibazo cya capacity. And those people from outside spent their money. For me, when it happened, I welcomed it n'amaboko yombi. But the task was upon me to say, how do you make sense of this thing sustainably? For now, somebody is paying, but later on, when it comes to you paying, what will you have got out of this, first of all? Secondly, what are the gaps remaining that you need to address? This is not going to be done or achieved by somebody else thinking for you, or by just saying, oh, there is the local capacity here. Yes, local capacity nayo utaplaningiye nayo ifite ibibazo nyine. because you will even miss na local capacity ufite ntuzanayimenya cyangwa you will not use it properly because you have not thought about it or you have not planned around it. Ariko je nibwira ko iyi opportunity that may even have problems, but it is up to you to optimize. Kuri opportunity yabonetse, to get more out of it and to use it to solve the problems that are still there. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Absolutely not. We can't change everything else about us and then still remain in moving. You can't understand. It's like kandi usanze umuntu umunasi doctor. It's like the doctor in the hospital, the nurse in the hospital, the whole world revolves around them. Yes, they take their time, can afford to do nothing, or something bad, and you've got to, we've got to change this very urgently. And the best way to change it, I would advise, talk to yourselves. Have a conversation with yourself, each individual first. Say, what is it that actually is justified, that is wrong about me, or the mistake I'm making, so that I can correct it. If you are talking to yourself, you will not be defensive. You will accept it for what it is if you have discovered it, and I know you will do better. But if you wait for somebody else to tell you, oh, you doctor, then that is another way of not getting anywhere. As human beings that I have known, that I have met, that I am, iyo undi muntu akubwiye inenge yawe, the immediate reaction ni intambara. It's like the other one is the problem, the one who has told you, even if it is the truth. So the best way to avoid it, talk to yourselves. Just accept certain realities as we see them, as we know them, but try to say, there is something we can change. And starting with myself, with me, I need to re-examine myself and see what I can change. And make an effort to do that. Hanyuma uzahura n'abandi nabo bakubwira ibindi and all right? But we can't afford to have our health system either decline or not move forward as fast as possible.